of the West. Most formidable squads going at it here.
You know, BA, looking to prove who is the one to beat in their conference. You love this elite level of competition. This is a chance to show who is the best in the West.
And the Oklahoma City starting five. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Williams. Wiggins passes to Williams. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. And the 3 off target.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Wiggins from long range knocks down the triple.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander with that height at his position allows him to do so many things other guys really pretty much dream of.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Edwards finds McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Now here's McDaniels. Fires from deep. Sends it home from three-point land.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Stolen by Conley. Outside Edwards. From outside the arc. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up.
Shooting the 3 with confidence. That's exactly what this team needs from Edwards.
Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from deep. Edwards, no good. Oklahoma City has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
When it goes in, it looks pretty. When it doesn't, you question the shot difficulty.
Fires from way outside. The shot by Conley, no good. And here's the fast break. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to the right wing. Here's Holmgren. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
Some heads-up ball there from Dort.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can warp a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Saw his teammate with a path to the rim, and boom, lobbed it up there beautifully.
Very smooth catch and finish. Now here's Conley, and stolen by Holmgren. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Wiggins against McDaniels. Wiggins, no good. Timberwolves trail by 3. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Now here's Dort. Just 5 to shoot. Throws it up high, and the big finish by Holmgren.
And timing like this will serve Holmgren well, leaping at the exact right moment for the alley-oop.
For 3, Randall sinks the tray.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And it's Holmgren missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Lets it go from deep. Ooh, some solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by Conley. No good from outside. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The Thunder have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Stolen by Conley. The ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. The 3 ball. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets a 3.
Love the focus here from SGA at the arc. He hates to waste those opportunities.
Conley passes to McDaniels. Back to Conley. Gets it off. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And we've reached the end of the first. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. They've got Isaiah Hartenstein, Mitchell out there with Cason Wallace. And then it's Alex Caruso, and it's Carlson in at the 4. Now here's Hartenstein. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Launches a 3, and another 3 for Oklahoma City. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy.
Oh, my goodness!
I did not know he could get up like that.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Carlson can't get it to go.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Getting it done inside. Edwards.
Oh, so smooth inside. Edwards found the opening and exploited it.
And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Garza's checked in for the Timberwolves. And here's Caruso outside. They get it again. Wallace outside. And there's the screen. Here's Joe. Buries it from 3. Joe's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
DiVincenzo, pass to Reed. The Thunder pull it in. And here's Hartenstein. No points yet. Wallace misses. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. And the foul called on CLA-Alexander Walker. That's his first foul of the game. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Minnesota. Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Dort to the left wing. The 3 from Holmgren. Reed with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And coming off a major injury, Chet Holmgren was unbelievable in his first full season, Brent.
Doesn't it feel like, B.A., he poured the concrete and a solid foundation for what his career is going to be all about? I mean, a terrific big with skill, size, toughness. The sky is the limit for this guy.
From deep, drops in the 3. Reed's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Randall, he's checked in for Reed. And McDaniels is subbed in for Alexander Walker. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Wiggins comes in for Caruso. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 4-point game. McDaniels, that's good.
Well, Randall, when he has the ball in his hands, aware that there might be an open teammate, that time he found him.
3-pointer. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go on the assist from Williams.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Caruso, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Randall can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Wiggins from long range. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
And here's Caruso outside. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Now here's Alexander Walker. For three, Conley. A deep three. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Dort outside. Here's Williams. Buried from 15 feet out. And the Thunder lead by 9.
And I like when Williams works in these mid-range areas. I mean, such an impressive score. It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Fires away from way outside. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. Tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Conley. The Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Williams from long range. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Fires from way outside.
Oh, man. Did not see that going in.
How about that?
You never know.
Jacks up a 3. McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 9.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
For 3, Conley. That shot is off. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's on Dante DiVincenzo.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
And he sinks the second. And he nails the third. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. We'll be right back after this word. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
You know, I'm not really sure what defenders can do to slow him down. He's just too skilled.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
Conley and Ann are the 1 of the 2. Jaden McDaniels out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. It's Edwards on the wing. Gilgeous Alexander defending. Edwards, no good.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
The shot by Dort, no good. Timberwolves trail by 8. From undrafted to a key rotational player. Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational, Brent.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, B.A., he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Luguentz Dort continues to make improvements, and the guys on the team love the way he approaches it.
Such a wide open look. McDaniels got 9.
That's pretty much not how they defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And the three-pointer goes.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Edwards against Williams. Randle, the pass to Edwards. And stolen by Holmgren. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. And Williams punches it home. And the Thunder lead by 10.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
The 3 from Holmgren. And Gobert with a block.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
And that one's good from Conley.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Holmgren, the pass to Wiggins. Let's go with a three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Wiggins. Edwards on the move. For 3, Conley. Offensive rebound. Outside, Alexander Walker. Here's the 3. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Holmgren inside, covered by Alexander Walker, and it's Holmgren missing. Timberwolves trail by 7. Conley with the ball. 9 points in the game. Randall, good. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Conley passes to Edwards. Outside Conley. Plenty of space. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. And now just a 2-point Oklahoma City lead. Oklahoma City has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Here's Holmgren. The Thunder with another miss. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 14-5 run. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now Alexander Walker defending. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Not a lot of room. Back to Williams. Stolen on the break. Knocked loose. 41 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. For the lead. The shot by Conley. No good. Thunder with a lead. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. He's going for the oop here, and Williams punches it home.
Yeah, nice finish from Williams on the alley-oop. I mean, that takes some real athleticism.
And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Can't connect from long distance. Doesn't go that time, and that'll do it for the third quarter. It's the Thunder leading by 4. All right, we're good. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Isaiah Joe. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. Then it's Williams. And it's Caruso in at the 3 slot. Connects from downtown.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
From downtown, tipped, and he gets it back. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Joe. The offensive rebound. Launches it, drills it from deep. And now it's a 9-point Oklahoma City lead. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
Well, another thing that has really stood out is just their effort defensively. Active hands, jumping the passing lanes, racking up steals. That's been impressive.
Fires the three. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Ingles, no good.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Joe on the wing. Caruso outside. Outside Joe. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 9. Now Ingles. Reed for 3. No luck on that one. Oklahoma City's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. Pass to Joe. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. To the right side. Hardenstein passes to Joe. Clock is at 3. Lets the 3 fly. Gets the 3 to fall. Joe's got 9 points here in the second half.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let him get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers. Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
The Timberwolves have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the 4th. Knocks down the long J.
And this is how confident Edwards is. Feels like he can sink these shots whenever he wants.
And stolen by Williams. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Ingles. McDaniels is checked in for Clark. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Jalen Williams comes in for Williams. Wiggins, he's checked in for Caruso. And it's Lou Dort in for Joe.
He is such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
That one drops for him.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Thunder.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they've made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that anytime momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And it was a reliably solid performance from one of their key guys. A tremendous game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And his activity level on defense, self-evident, racking up steals, deflections. I mean, he was a handful tonight.
And Minnesota with possession here. Trailing by 10. And here's Edwards outside. The rebound by Wiggins. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
And things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend. And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
And so it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy
their depth.
And Kevin, you've got to give both front offices a ton of credit. I mean, you've got to find guys and try to be economical about it, and they need to be able to play important minutes for you. It's a little more art than science, and kudos to both of these front offices.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's...
Are you kidding me?
How did he get that? How in the world did he get that?
Man. How did that go down?
Tatum passes to Porzingis, launches it from deep. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Now here's Conley. Randall with a screen for Conley. And Tatum pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
The three from Porzingis. Kept alive. Out to White. Takes the three. He can't hit that time. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And here's Edwards from the arc.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now, of course, I asked Coach what his plan was about defending Jason Tatum, and he said, I told our guys just to play smart, to play up on him, but not get baited into fouls, and try to get a hand in his face. Now, that's a difficult challenge for any defense, so we'll see what happens tonight. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. And here is Tatum. And another miss by Boston. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. The Celtics have gone a paltry 0 of 6 from the field here in what's been a very difficult start for them. White, wide open, he fires. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. The Timberwolves working the ball around. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Celtics trail by 3. It's stolen by Edwards. Randall outside. Out to Conley. From deep three-point land. Back to Randall. Puts up a deep 3. To the wing right side. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Attacking right away. McDaniels wasting no time there.
Brown inside the line. Porzingis passes to Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Edwards' shot is good.
The challenge with defending Edwards, he's a 3-level scorer.
Celtics trail by 6. From the arc. Porzingis can't hit. McDaniels against Brown. Stolen by Tatum. And here they come. Brown finds Holiday. Back to Brown. Outside Tatum. Holiday, a screen on Randall. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 5 on the clock. For 3, Edwards. Good on the three-point shot. Edwards got 9.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Outside Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Randall. There's the 3. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. And we'll be right back after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
They've got Miller, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Edwards. Then there's Reed. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Hauser. And again, Boston with the triple.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's guarded close. Reed gets the bucket.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Left side, Horford. Fires the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Pritchard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The three-pointers right on target.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
A shot by Pritchard, no good. Minnesota leading by 3. And the wide-open shot from DiVincenzo misses the 3. Tatum passes to Hauser. From deep three-point territory. Minnesota with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with.
A 3 for DiVincenzo. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
From a couple of zip codes over Dante DiVincenzo. You know he's been working on that shot from that range.
Hauser the pass to Tatum. Tatum from 3.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's the screen. There's Miller with the 3. Al Horford with the rebound. Celtics trail by 3. Pass to Craig. Three-pointer. Miller grabs the miss. The Timberwolves have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. The Celtics shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. That evens the score. Hauser's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Celtics.
Jason Tatum scores, but also creates for his teammates a sign of his continuing growth as a player. That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Edwards, no good. Celtics trail by 3. Craig with it, and it's Miller picking him up. The 3, and the 3 ball is good. Pritchard's got 6. Timberwolves shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Here's Alexander Walker. They get it back. Out to Edwards. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Tatum with it. Pass to Pritchard. Puts up a deep 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in the point guard. Gobert dishes to Randall. Beyond the arc. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Shoots the 3. Out to Conley. Here's the 3. Nailed from three-point land. He has 6.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
Porzingis with the steal. Pass to Tatum. On the wing, Holiday. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 5 assists in the game. Clark, you had a chance to defend a lot of great scores in your time in the NBA.
Yeah, and I did. It wore me out too, partner. I mean, I think the attitude of those guys stands out. Their relentlessness, the skill level obviously was there, but it was the relentless pursuit of the basketball and scoring opportunities. Bernard King, Larry Bird, Alex English, Marcus Johnson was near the tail end of his prime, but he was a problem too. I mean, there were a number of guys in that. Kelly Tripucka, whew, yeah, that'll make my head spin.
Edwards, no good. Boston leading by 3. Tatum kicks to Holiday. Launches from deep. Tatum's shot is off.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Another miss by Minnesota. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. White the pass to Tatum. A wide open look here for Porzingis. No good from outside. The Timberwolves shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Gobert with it. Picked up by Brown. Gobert with a screen on Holiday. And here's Conley outside. The rebound by the Celtics. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. And I know that's 3, but I wanted to give you 3 different words I could use to describe him. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
The 3 from Tatum. Mike Conley with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 3. That's a 2 from Randall. Randall a screen on Brown. Edwards with confidence.
And that corner pocket triple. Terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
Tatum with it. Conley picks him up. Boston again missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
A nice shot by McDaniel. McDaniel's got 5 points so far. It's White on the wing. Tatum kicks to Holiday. Back to Tatum. Holiday sets the pick for Tatum for the three. Whoa! Tatum stretching his range.
Tatum's got a nice jump shot. When he's in rhythm, you feel like he's going to make it every time he shoots.
McDaniels finds Edwards. Gobert with a screen on White. For three, Edwards. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Launches a three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's Timberwolves trail. Here's Conley. He has 6. Six on the shot clock. From deep three-point territory. That shot off the mark. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Celtics. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Edwards. Also Dante DiVincenzo's out there. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Naz Reid. And it's Minot in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. A three for DiVincenzo. Trains the three-pointer. DiVincenzo's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Minnesota. Here's Pritchard, defended by DiVincenzo. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
With all that space, it's hard for the defense to stay connected to everybody.
Inside, the Celtics working the ball around now. Pritchard gets the bucket.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Minot can't get it to go. The Celtics have drawn 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Shireman, defended by Alexander Walker. Pass to Hauser. Here's Tatum. Jacks up a three. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Boston trailing. Over to the left wing. Here's Shireman. Offline with his three. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Hauser misses. Timberwolves leading by 5. Reed kicks to DiVincenzo. Back to Reed. Lets it go with a three. They get it again. Out to Edwards. Pass to Alexander Walker. Offensive rebound. And here's Edwards. Fires from way out. No, he hit it.
How did that go in?
How about the range on that jumper?
Celtics trail by 8, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Some changes for Minnesota. Mars is checked in, and it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Boston also with the sub. Holiday's checked in.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Picked him clean. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. No one near Edwards as he lets it block. And he gets it to go from the corner.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was. Hey, and with Brown, guys, it doesn't matter what point in the game it is. I mean, he's ready to shoot whenever he has the ball in a good spot.
Conley with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Now Gobert. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Back to White. Outside Holiday. Over Conley. The shot by Holiday, no good. Minnesota's got 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of it. Bounce pass, Conley. No one near Randle as he lets it go. Connects from three-point range. And the Timberwolves lead by 7. Tatum no good. And Randle has got the ball here for Minnesota. For 3. And Gobert kicks to McDaniel. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Here's Gobert. Rebounded by the Celtics. Holiday gets the bucket. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. It was up. Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge.
impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point. Now here's Dort. Tatum with a steal. In transition. For 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Guarded now by Holiday. Here's Hartenstein. And Porzingis with the block. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Hartenstein in the post. He's guarded by White. Williams from long range. Counted from distance.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Holmgren. The 3. The rebound, Celtics. And here's Brown for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. The Thunder have gone 1 for 3 so far. To the paint. And stolen by Holiday. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Oh, deflected. And stolen by Williams. Back to Holiday. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Tatum with a steal. Here's Brown. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And Williams punches it home.
And we see the speed and power. I mean, Williams shows off on that one.
Holiday passes to White. Tatum from long range. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Williams into the lane.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. And it's Tatum missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Williams misses. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 2. Brown gets the bucket.
Well, this is what Brown was looking for. He just needed the ball, and then instantly his shot was up.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Williams has got 9 points.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Tatum with it. And it's Dort picking him up. Hits a three-pointer.
Coming into the league, putting up points was no problem for Tatum, but now he's creating scoring opportunities for others.
And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
And the Celtics making a change here. Cornette's checked in for Porzingis. Al Horford comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Celtics have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Pass to Pritchard. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And here's Brown for 3. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Right side, Williams. Wing shot on the way. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Pritchard. Kick out to Brown. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And at the end of one, a closely contested. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Celtics?
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
On the court right now for the Celtics, we've got Al Horford. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Torrey Craig. And it's Hauser in at the 3. Here's Hauser. No made baskets yet. They set the screen. There's the 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Here's Wiggins. The 3. Wallace misses. Boston shooting 40% so far in this one. Pass to Hauser. Launches it from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Hauser's got his first 3 points of the game. Gilgeous-Alexander against Horford. And Williams punches it home.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Releases. Williams grabs the board.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
And he's going for the lob. It's stolen by Tatum. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Pritchard. Offline with a 3. Oklahoma City has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. 3-pointer. And it's Shea hitting the 3.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And a fast break now for the Thunder. Wiggins passes to Williams. Oh, that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. For the Thunder, Hartenstein comes in for Williams, and it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Craig. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander. Now it's a 3-point Oklahoma City lead. Pass to Holiday. Dort with a steal. Got a piece of it. And they're on the break. Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Holiday with the ball. Hartenstein covering. The 3, Porzingis. Knocked away. Oklahoma City leading by 3. And standing went undrafted back in 2021. But Wisconsin native Sam Hauser has worked his way into a rotation role.
Well, Brian, everyone's looking for shooters, and he is a knockdown shooter. And at 6'7", boasts good size and plays both ends of the court.
Celtics trail by 5. Pritchard, the pass to Holiday. And here's Tatum. Here's Hauser. Tatum, a screen on Wiggins. Hauser can't get it to go.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Now the Celtics on the move. Here's Pritchard. Cash money on the open jump shot. Pritchard's got 5.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Give him 8. Drains the triple. 11 points in the game.
Outside, inside, in between. It doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Williams comes in for Caruso.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shea in the league.
So it's Boston now. 7-point differential. Pass to Porzingis. Holiday from long range. The Thunder pull it in.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Dort outside. White with a steal. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Cornette. Got a hand on it.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Here's White. Second shot opportunity. Outside Holiday. And here's Brown for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City, hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. We'll be back in a moment. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3. That's the group from Mark Dagnall starting the second half. Brown downhill, right side White. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. And stolen by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Guarded now by Holiday. It's stolen by Tatum. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. And the jam by Brown.
My goodness. Brown with the massive throwdown.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
And the basket by Holiday.
Well, there's an example of Brown's ability to see the floor. Nice pass right there.
Williams on the wing. Shakes him, driving in. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Porzingis. And here come the Celtics again. Boston on the fast break. Holmgren with the block. Pass to Dort. And there's the lob. And stolen by Porzingis. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And coach, a perennial all-defense performer, Drew Holiday, fearsome at that end of the floor in particular.
Yeah, Brian, he's as good a defensive guard as there is. Great size and strength at the point guard spot. You combine that with his IQ and his competitive will, he is a problem on a nightly basis.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
White for 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got his 5th rebound in this one. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this is Shai's game. Attack, get to the rim, and finish.
For 3, Porzingis. From deep range, KP hits it.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
They get it back. Pass to Holmgren. Takes a three. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in the game. 4-3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. And that one's good. Porzingis.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And here's Brown for 3. And the Celtics another 3.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Hartenstein pulls it in. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Williams from long range. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander against Brown. Outside, Williams takes the 3. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on an 18-4 run. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Tatum pulls it in.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. You have to be set up for success.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And it's Williams off the drive. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. On target from range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points in the quarter. Boston leading by 7. Dort with a steal. Pass to Holmgren. Shoots over White. Boston pulls it in. They've led by as much as 10. Brown scanning the floor. Porzingis for 3. And that's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Celtics. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Boston, they've got Torrey Craig, Jason Tatum out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Al Horford, and it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward. Wiggins, and he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
Fast break creates the open look. He drills it with confidence.
Now here's Tatum. Watched by Wallace. Beyond the arc. And that one's good. Craig for 3. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the confidence from SGA on that 3.
An example of the unique leadership of Gilgeous-Alexander, getting the 3 points right back for them.
And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game. The Thunder making a switch here. Joe's checked in. Cornette's checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Hauser.
Second team foul.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Here's Holiday, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Here's Caruso. Wiggins outside. Wallace outside. Caruso, a screen on Holiday. Pass to Caruso. It's stolen by Tatum. Holiday with the ball. Joe covering. Here's Cornette. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Inside. Wiggins from long range. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Celtics lead by 4. Outside Tatum. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Boston has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Oklahoma City's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. Down low to the left side wing. Outside Joe. Puts up a 3. Hits the trifecta. Joe's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Pass to Pritchard. Screen by Horford. Here's Pritchard, covered by Joe. Pritchard, the pass to Holiday. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
So Oklahoma City ends up going with a new group. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Williams. Hartenstein a screen. 5 to shoot. To the middle. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And it's Holmgren missing.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
So smooth off the catch. Porzingis is excellent at judging when to take quick shots.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
There's Tatum with the 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, there's the alley. Brown with it, guarded now by Williams. Look at Brown, getting it done inside.
That's just Jaylen Brown putting in the work in close.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts right now.
And stolen by Holmgren. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And he buries it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big. Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be a second foul of the game. 7 seconds left in the 4th. Here's Tatum. No dice from the high post. So we see Boston get the win here. They played the Phil. Allie, thank you as always.
here in the Western Conference going head-to-head.
And, Kevin, they know each other well. They expect to meet potentially in the postseason, and I would expect a playoff atmosphere tonight.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 slot. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. They grab their own miss. Conley with a wide-open look. Sinks the triple.
Well, we normally see Mike Conley toe the line. That time he takes a step or two past it. Okay, Mike.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. From beyond the arc and then some.
I mean, he hit that shot from the next town over. Kev, what a shot.
Dort against Conley. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. For 3, Holmgren. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
Well, that's a quick strike from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. In catch-and-shoot situations, those scoring instincts are right on point.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Minnesota's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Well, Thunder have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Count that one for Dort.
You can see the work Lou Dort has put in to make himself a threat from 3. That's a pretty-looking shot right there.
And here are the Thunder now. They've picked up 11 straight. Here's Williams, and there's another one for the Thunder.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
That bucket in no time at all. He's got 9.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch.
Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 points in the game. For 3, Edwards. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Williams. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch-and-shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
They get it again. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. Lets it go from deep. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now Williams following the miss by Julius Randle from deep. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Edwards, no good.
That's an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Always why the shooters struggle against this guy.
Williams against Edwards. Fades back. Williams missing again.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
You've also got to love the way they've been crashing the offensive glass. Multiple opportunities, not giving up on possessions. Beautiful.
They've got Wiggins. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Isaiah Joe. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Williams at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 8. Over in the corner, Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Miller outside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Boy, drawing the defense's attention, Edwards pays it forward. Nice work on the pass.
And they get it back. Wiggins finds Williams. Here's Caruso from deep. Miller grabs the miss. From downtown, the Thunder pull it in. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. The tray. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That'll be a jump ball.
Williams for 3. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And so Miller will bring it up for Minnesota. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Caruso, the pass to Joe. Back to Caruso. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Thunder lead by 8.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Alexander Walker on the wing. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
Offensive rebound. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Reed. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 15. Caruso finds Joe. Wiggins with it, and it's Miller picking him up. 6 to shoot. Caruso sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How's he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Here's Alexander Walker. Minnesota working with a new shot clock. Miller, the pass to Alexander Walker. This one for 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Caruso. No good on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 11. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Miller kicks to DiVincenzo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Thunder shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Drills the three-pointer. Wiggins has got the lead up to 14 now for the Thunder. Minnesota shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Here's Reed. Off target with his 3. Stolen by Reed. Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Reed's got it back down to single digits for Minnesota.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We come back right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan and workshop drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the court for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the point. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. A 3-ball. Back to Dort. The 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 7. There's the triple. They get it back. Out to Edwards. Five to shoot. Takes a 3. The Thunder pull it in. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Nobody near Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniel said, we don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough. Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Conley feeling it out. And a miss there on the triple. The Thunder leading by 10. Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status?
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me. He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
For 3, Holmgren. Rebound, Minnesota. It's Edwards on the wing. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Alex Caruso is checked in for the Thunder. And a change for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker's checked in. Oklahoma City's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Conley's shot is off.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Basket good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points in the quarter.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Conley with the screen on Caruso. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 14. Dort finds Hartenstein. It's stolen by Gobert. Puts up a deep three. Kept alive, Minnesota. Randall outside. Can they get it? It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Misses off the right iron. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 14. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Now here's Edwards. Offensive rebound. Gobert the pass to Conley. Good on the triple. Conley's got 12.
Boy, you've got to love when Mike Conley shoots it with confidence, goes to the catch and shoot game. All right, Mike.
It's Dort on the wing. Launches it. Minnesota with the rebound.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
It's deflected. Hartenstein with it. No one near him. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Conley dishes to Gobert. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The lead now cut to single digits. 9 points in the game so far.
How about Gobert with the find? On time and on target. Nicely done, Rudy.
Williams gets to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Oklahoma City in. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. We've got Williams, Alex Caruso out there with Wiggins. Then there's Isaiah Joe. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And here's Wiggins. After Anthony Edwards made that last 3-pointer. Joe Cool.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Minot can't get it to go. The Thunder leading by 8. A 3-pointer, Wiggins, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 5th assist in this one. Now here's Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Caruso, the pass to Wiggins. Joe in the corner. Fires from deep. And he's good on the 3-ball. Joe's got the lead up to 14 now for the Thunder.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Minot can't get it to go. And the Thunder with possession. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. Joe can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 14. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Minot. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Reed. Off target from three-point range.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
For three, Edwards. Caruso grabs the miss. The Thunder leading by 14. Pass to Joe. Lets the three fly. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Timberwolves shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Clark outside. Puts up a three. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Stolen by Reed. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
Joe can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 14. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. From past the arc, the Thunder pull it in. Wiggins has got his 6th rebound on the night. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Williams, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Edwards careening his way to the rim.
Anthony Edwards getting into that pull-up game. Nicely done.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Oklahoma City.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander, following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Minnesota gets it back at a new shot clock of 14 seconds. Fades and shoots. And there's Randall on the assist from Edwards. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep three-point territory. Misses. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one.
defenses in the NBA.
Yeah, these games were a grind to play in. You're fighting for every bucket. So the little things, like an extra possession here or there, those will be huge.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Jaden McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the center position. Now here's Conley. The three-pointer off the mark.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside. McDaniels with it, guarded now by Holiday. Conley finds McDaniels. Fade away. Drops in the three.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
White, the pass to Tatum. From deep three-point land. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 3 so far. And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from deep. For 3, Randle. The rebound by Jason Tatum. The Celtics have gone 0 for 5 to begin this game. Outside Holiday. The 3. Drills it from deep.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
And so Conley will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Edwards a screen on Holiday. From deep, Conley. Rebound Boston. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in the game. Fires from deep. And again, Boston with the triple.
Always reading the angles. Holiday's able to find his shot.
Tries it from the top of the key. Edwards can't hit.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
White can't hit.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
When Edwards knocks down threes, Ant is pretty much unstoppable.
Now here's Holiday. He has 6. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked him about Julius Randle and why he's so hard to stop. Coach said it's the ball handling, the spin moves, and the ability to finish against length. They want to try to force him right and take him out of his rhythm. Something many teams have tried, but few have accomplished. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Brown. Again, the miss by Boston. And how about Jaylen Brown, Richard? Named to his first All-NBA team in 2023. A very important piece to him.
NBA, what timing. It made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax. At the time, it was the largest contract in NBA history. And how did he follow it up? He won the Larry Bird Award as the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
Now here's Edwards. For 3, Randle. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
Yeah, as a shooter, Randle can be practically automatic. He gets the ball and immediately has a shot cooking.
Holiday passes to Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Gobert. There's Tatum with the 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Edwards outside. Rebounded by the Celtics.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Well, Tatum is the obvious option for the catch and shoot. He's such an efficient scorer.
Now here's Randle. Gobert finds Conley. Gobert with a screen on Holiday. Here's Conley. That has to be encouraging. Sinking one after missing his first 5. Boston trailing. White on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. White. Good.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Randle a screen on White. Here's Edwards. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in the game. White for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. From deep, Conley. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got 5 rebounds in the game. The shot by Holiday, no good. Lets the 3 fly. The shot comes out. Tie game in Boston. And we'll be back right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
On the court for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Naz Reid, then it's Miller, and it's Alexander Walker in at the 3. Tatum, shot is good.
Ooh, how about that extended range from Tatum? It's an absolute bomb.
Launches it from deep. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Now here's Edwards. Fires it. Minnesota again missing.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Hauser, that's good.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Miller. Back to DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Miller on the mark with the 15-footer. Miller's gotten his first points in this one.
When you've got a small guy on you, you just have to take advantage of it. Nice, easy jumper for him.
Here's Pritchard. DiVincenzo covering. Pass to Tatum. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Timberwolves trail by 4. From outside the arc, Alexander Walker with the bucket. Alexander Walker's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Porzingis has checked in for Boston. Drew Holiday comes in for Craig. Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. Now here's Porzingis. Still without a bucket. Here's Pritchard. Oh, yes, the turnaround. And the Celtics lead by 3. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals. Opportunistic basketball gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
Conley passes to Edwards. Reid to screen on Tatum. Pulls it from the top of the key. Pass to Gobert. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Celtics lead by 6. Porzingis passes to Holiday. Off target from 3-point range.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
From behind the arc. They grab their own miss. Gobert finds Conley. Minnesota again missing. For Boston, they've gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, "I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. And Boston with some changes. Horford, he's checked in for Tatum. Brown comes in for Hauser. And it's White in for Pritchard. Randall, he's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. White for three. Boston again missing. And it's Conley with the ball for the T-Wolves. It's a three-point game. The score now all even. McDaniels got 6.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Brown, no good. Minnesota has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. For 3, Conley. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. White for 3. Fires for 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. They've got a shot at taking back the lead here.
Yes, they do. Could be the opening they've been waiting for.
Well, the Celtics shooting around 29% in quarter number 2. They get the rebound. It's Brown on the wing. The 3-ball. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. McDaniels can't hit. And Porzingis launches it from deep. That one is off. Tie game in Boston. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The Timberwolves, 22. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Well, the Celtics shooting just 24% in this one. Not great. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
The triple hits for Edwards.
Oh, there's another 3. Love seeing Edwards deliver the revenge triple.
And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Holiday. Porzingis has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Edwards outside McDaniels. Pass to Conley. Fires the 3. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 9 rebounds now. Takes a 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Launches a 3. McDaniels, that's good. McDaniels got 9 points. Celtics trail by 3. Holiday looking for an opening. Launches it. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Brown against McDaniels. Lets it go from deep. From downtown, Porzingis grabs the board. Boston's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Holiday from long range, and a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. 9 points in the game.
Proving he's more than just a go-to scorer. Brown also loves swinging the ball to open teammates.
Holiday with the ball. Randall's in his pocket. White can't hit. Minnesota's gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. McDaniels from long range. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. For the lead. The kick to Tatum. Fires the 3. McDaniels with some nice D.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it. And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Now here's White. 5 points in the game. Fades. And Conley grabs the miss. For Minnesota, they've gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Oh, wasted no time on that one. McDaniels got 6 here in the quarter.
Can you say natural leader? Conley is especially effective at running the offense and involving his teammates through his passing.
White with a steal. Beyond the arc. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Randall, the pass to Edwards. And here's McDaniels. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it has spaced the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
What makes Brown special is his blend of smarts and effort level. Not just an intelligent player, he also gives you a phenomenal amount of energy out there.
So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cornette's checked in for Porzingis. Al Horford comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And he's good on the second. The Timberwolves have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Clark, the pass to Reed. Here's DiVincenzo. Let's go with a 3. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Here's Hauser. Pass to Cornette. For the lead. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Minnesota in the lead. Out to the right wing. For 3, Randall. It's not going to go for him. Well, the Celtics shooting just about 33% since this second half started. Cornette passes to Horford. Here's Pritchard. Screen by Horford. There's the 3. No good. Would have counted had it gone. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for the Timberwolves, we've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Anthony Edwards. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Minot in at the power forward position. Hauser can't get it to go. Hauser's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. They set the pick. Alexander Walker, the pass to Reid. 3-pointer. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Hauser. Craig with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. There's Tatum with the 3. Tatum! Money from deep.
An accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
The 3, DiVincenzo. Boston pulls it in. Horford's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Hauser. No good on the triple. The Timberwolves trail. Fast break, Minnesota. Drew the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Boston making a switch here. Holiday is checked in. Garza's checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for Alexander Walker.
This team thinks they should be up in front, but at least they tied it up.
And that's out of bounds. Last touch by DiVincenzo. Ingles, he's checked in for Garza. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. It's tipped. Stolen by Conley. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Minnesota again missing. The Celtics have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Out to Horford. Here's the three. They got the rebound. Pass to Hauser from deep three-point land. He can't get that one to fall. The Timberwolves have got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Edwards for 3. Nails it from 3.
Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
And Boston with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Horford. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. And it's White in for Pritchard. Now here's Porzingis. No one near him. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Tatum finds Holiday. Three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Woo, I love it.
Tatum with a screen. Brown with it. Randall's in his pocket. And it's Tatum missing.
Questionable shot selection in that three. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter here. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 15 here tonight. For 3, Randall. Rebounded by the Celtics. Holiday from long range. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
And I really like Holiday's shot selection. It's fun watching him measure defenses and catch them off guard.
Now here's McDaniels. The kick out to Conley. Outside McDaniels. 4-3. Porzingis grabs the board. Boston trailer. Off the lob, Jason Tatum.
And if anybody didn't know, Jason Tatum has that killer instinct just coming out in a big way.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
He is totally in the zone, showing his incredible focus when it comes to attacking the glass.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Now here's Brown. Outside Porzingis. And it's all from three-point range. It's stolen by Tatum. The deep 3. Money from deep.
And this is exactly who Tatum is. Someone who doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
Edwards against White. Outside McDaniels. He's off from 3. Pass to Gobert. He got it up in time. Count it.
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Now that's how you end the quarter.
The winner at the buzzer.
position.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward position.
Well, the size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. He can be really effective at any position on the floor.
Wide, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by Holiday, no good. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
Thank you, David. Williams against Brown. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target from outside. Boston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Out to White. From past the arc. And Holmgren pulls it down. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Holiday with the 3.
Superb D from Gilgeous-Alexander, using his length to wipe away the shot.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And Tatum launches it from deep. Boston, no good that time either. Thunder have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Outside, White. The wide open look here for Holiday. A three-pointer is right on target.
Fairly efficient from the three-point line. Holiday can punish you from the arc.
Puts up a deep 3. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Right side, White. Out to Porzingis. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds in this game. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Well, a solid facilitator. It helps that the defense thinks that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to shoot and not pass.
A wide open look here for Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer.
Now get that out of there. That's all timing right there. Drew Holiday continuing hustle play.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Now here's Williams. Shoots a fader. And it's White with the rebound. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 1. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul. And the Celtics making a change here. Horford's checked in. Alex Caruso checked in for the Thunder.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Fires for 3. Rebound, Boston. Over in the corner, Brown. Good on the triple.
And this is what the team wants JB to do. Punish defenses that don't respect him from the corner.
Williams gets the bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now Holmgren following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. Pulls up on the wing, and that one's good. Caruso.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Hauser's checked in, and it's Pritchard in for Drew Holiday. Williams against Brown, and Brown throws it down.
Strong finish by Brown. He doesn't mess around that close to the rim.
Caruso finds Williams. Here's Joe. Six to shoot. Caruso, the pass to Joe. From deep, drills the three-pointer. Caruso's got 5 points so far. Celtics trail by 3. Pritchard passes to Hauser. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Williams outside. Al Horford with the rebound. On the wing, Brown fires from deep.
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
So the Thunder 5 right now. Wiggins is out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Isaiah Joe. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Williams at the center position. Here's Joe. Traps in the tray. Joe's got his first 3 points of the game.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Drew Holiday said he can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Out left to the wing. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams, a screen on Craig. Back to Wiggins. Shoots the three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Wiggins has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
The kick out to Tatum. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Lets the three fly. Nailed from three-point land. Joe's got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Outside Tatum to stop the run. Offensive rebound. Here's Hauser. Scoreless thus far. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Tatum down low. Covered by Joe. Yes, that goes in.
And that's simply Tatum making the hustle play, wanting it more than the opposition.
Wiggins against Craig. Wiggins kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Joe. Screen by Wiggins. Launches it. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Great open look there. And now just a 4-point Thunder lead.
And that passing ability really helps separate Tatum from so many others because the defense has to focus on his ability to score.
Pass to Hauser. Takes a three. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Caruso finds Gilgeous-Alexander. To the inside. And stolen by Horford. Tatum with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
To the middle. A wide open look here for Craig. The kick out to Tatum. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers.
Oh, come on. I'll tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups, and I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
And there's the foul. It's on Peyton Pritchard. That's his first foul.
Substitution on the court.
And here is Williams. He's got 6. Pass to Caruso. Hartenstein with the screen for Caruso. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thunder lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. As Porzingis in at the 5. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
You have the massive height, and then you add the skill. Porzingis, one of the more unique matchups in the NBA.
He doesn't get the second one. The Thunder leading by 3. Fast break, here they come. Loads it up there for Gilgeous-Alexander. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Holiday with the 3 from beyond the arc and then some. Holiday's got 6.
How about Drew there, showing a little bit more range from downtown.
Hartenstein, and Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Porzingis puts up a deep 3. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Williams finds Dort. Here's the lob to the hoop. Porzingis with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Brown jams it in.
A supremely athletic player. Brown really stuck it to them there.
Pass to Hartenstein. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. Nobody near Williams. From outside, off the mark. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. White.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Oklahoma City trailing. Dort to screen on Holiday. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Here's Williams, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He's listed at 6'5", but Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
And guys, really no surprise to see Brown flourishing on offense. He is just fearless on that end.
Williams kicks to Caruso. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Boston, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. There's Brown with the 3. They get it again. Second chance effort to the left wing. Lock at 6. Pritchard gets the bucket. Pritchard's got the lead up to 5 now for Boston.
And you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander bangs home the trifecta. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Cornette. No good on his first attempt of the game. Under trailing by 5. Floats it up for Wiggins. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Hauser the pass to Cornette. Cornette. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. The Thunder have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. .44 seconds left to play in the third. And stolen by Williams. And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Cason Wallace, he's checked in for the Thunder. For Oklahoma City, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Williams comes with a double team and stolen by Wallace. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. Wallace left side. Now here's Williams. Guarded closely. 6 on the shot clock. With his first shot attempt. He can't get that one. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Celtics leading by 4. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the 4th quarter. Topic is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Williams at the 5, patrolling the paint. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Pass to Topic. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Shot clock at 6.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And the Celtics making a change here. Davison's checked in. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Mitchell's checked in. Goes up from the top of the key. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Tatum with the screen on Mitchell.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hand.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there. Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Thunder trailing by 3. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Chad Holmgren.
Oh, man. Caution. Flammable.
That is just nasty.
The athleticism on that finish. And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Holmgren with the steal. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Back to Williams. Holmgren sets the screen for Williams. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Brown outside. Oh, they get it back. Tatum. Here's Davison. Porzingis passes to Davison. Beyond the arc. And Porzingis gets the 3. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Porzingis making it count, wants to come through big time and does here.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the 3 ball is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points here in the second half. The kick out to Tatum. Tatum setting the pick for Brown. And he drives in. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Sinks the triple.
It seems very natural when he's out there at the three-point line and uses that kind of rhythm. Porzingis, nice look.
Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. Stolen by Tatum. Here's Davison. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Now it's a 6-point Celtic lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Celtics.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Clock at 4. Here's Davison. Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Spins. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Gilgeous-Alexander gonna celebrate that one.
Here's Tatum. Out to Porzingis. White against Dort. Outside Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Holmgren. Over in the corner, Brown. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. It's money from deep.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Oh, no good on the dunk. Here's Tatum. Here's White. Oh, no good. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And that's going to do it for regulation. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center.
Yeah, nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got it all tied up now for the Thunder. Holiday looking for an opening. Out to Porzingis. It's White on the wing. Off target from three-point range. Oklahoma City shooting well. They're at 45%. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Tatum. Holmgren the pass to Hartenstein. 5 on the clock. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. Porzingis with the block.
And shooters must beware. Porzingis is down there lurking.
Austin making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. Then for the Thunder, Alex Caruso is checked in for Williams. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Dort. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Holmgren with the steal. Here's Joe. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Yeah, big call there on the goal team. He just didn't get to it soon enough. Boy, that's a tough break.
Dylan Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Caruso, a screen on White. Here's Joe. Rips it home after the terrific move.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
They're on cloud 9.
That was a huge lift for this crowd.
Williams with the ball. He's picked up by White. There's a screen by Williams. Launches a 3. Joe, good. Joe's got 8 here in the quarter.
And boy, you want to talk about taking the wind out of a crowd's sails there. A 3 to take the lead just moments after they'd given it up.
Holmgren against Brown. The kick out to Holiday. Brown deciding where to go with it. Tries again. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Joe can't get it to go.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Outside, Porzingis, 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Brown inside the line. Pass to Hauser. Here's Porzingis. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And guys, don't think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Craig. It's in! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Pass to Joe. Oh, he got it to go!
All zeros on the clock as he drains the game.